The Reserve Bank of India has hiked the bank rate for the first time in 9 long years. But does that in any manner signal a change in the central bank's monetary policy? What will this really mean for interest rates for you and me? Banking editor George Cheran is here with us. George, what are you interpreting? Is this a signal for everyone at the moment?
Well, nothing at all really, Shelley. It means nothing as far as the RBI's monetary policy stance goes. Now, you need to remember, like you just mentioned, the bank rate has been defunct for nearly 9 years now. And the only purpose it's really served over the last few years is that it's acted as a penal interest rate for banks that have not complied on their minimum cash reserve ratio or the statutory liquidity ratio. That has remained at 6%, and progressively you've seen interest rates go up with the cycle. So you've had the repo rate at 8.5%. You've had the marginal standing facility, which in some sense is also a penal charge to banks that require liquidity through the RBI's liquidity adjustment facility window. So the thinking really at the RBI has been that the bank rate then needs to be aligned with the MSF because it essentially functions as a penal interest rate, and that's exactly what they've done. So they've actually called this a technical adjustment. They've also clearly stated that this should not in any way be implied as any sort of change in its monetary policy stance. The bank rate, now the option really before the RBI was to either abolish the bank rate because it was a non-functional rate, but that would have meant going back and making certain amendments to the RBI Act. So rather than do that, they've actually kept the bank rate alive as a monetary policy tool that they can possibly use at a later date, and that's really the reason why they've aligned it to the MSF and hiked it by 350 basis points to 9.5%. But otherwise, in terms of the monetary policy stance of the RBI, the signal really clearly remains one of interest rates moving down going forward.